As the team continues to advance through the firearm seasons in the Midwest, less than ideal conditions are looming. With only 2 days remaining in the second split of Illinois' muzzleloader season, Jeff Dietz is headed to his favorite blind on the farm with 2 buck tags in hand.
Well, welcome back to Midwest Whitetail. It's December 10th. Zach and I got in a different spot tonight. We're in what I call the Y field. Still kind of crappy, drizzly, overcast. It's actually sort of raining right now, or misting. We ended up both deciding this was probably our best spot tonight. So, in an older, makeshift gun blind that I've had here for a few years, and again, had a pretty good sit last weekend here during our shotgun season, and saw the buck, just a good solid 9-pointer with a short G2 that I've been seeing quite a bit around this area. And then there's also another pretty decent, I think, he's mature at least 4 or 5 buck that hangs out, right in here. You never know what else could pop in or show up that we haven't been getting, tons of pictures of, but usually have pretty good sits in here. Hopefully get some deer moving before it gets dark. It's probably going to get dark early with how overcasted it is, but we'll hopefully have some action here soon.
With deer movement beginning early, Jeff's hopes are high for a good sit. That same evening, 110 miles to the west back in Iowa, Bella Reed is gearing up for another hunt using her unfilled youth tag during the second shotgun season.
Well, Bella and I just made it out to the home farm. It is Saturday, December 10th, and it's the opening day of second gun season here in Iowa. Today we have a straight west wind. It's about 38, 39 degrees, so it's a little bit warmer. And the wind is really light, 6-7 miles per hour. And we're down on the bottom plot. This is where Bella killed the Big 8 last year in youth season. And so this sets up really well for a west. We've got corn in this plot. We've actually got a little 1.5-year-old buck that just hit the food plot. Got about 2 hours left to go. Bella's got her heart set on Big Mac, but I've been talking with her quite a bit. She does have 2 tags, so Big Mac is obviously the main buck we want to get on this farm, but we've got a couple other bucks that are 5 years old that are, we don't really have names for them, but if one of those bucks show up, may take a shot at them. All right, this buck's at about 20 yards, so we're gonna get quiet and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. On him. No, that's a pretty deer, man. Big doe. Oh, that's that double crabs buck. Yeah, that's a cool buck too. Let's check it in here again. Slide your chair up a little. Okay. Here, get on it. You can shoot him right there. Slide up to the end of your seat. Slide up to the end of your seat. See if you can find him in the scope. Come on, baby, get on the gun. That was exciting. We're pretty close call there. That's a buck we call ham bone. That's a real heavy rack buck. It's one of the bucks I was talking about in the opening interview. Is, you know, one of the 5.5-year-old bucks we'd be looking for out here. We've had a couple pictures of him lately. He hasn't spent a whole lot of time here this fall, but what a great looking deer. I mean, super good mass. Anyway, didn't quite work out. We were almost on him. No Big Mac. We're gonna, you know, keep after him and hopefully get a buck down here before too long.
Back in Illinois, Jeff's field is loading up with deer.
Looks like a pretty good deer. That's what I was saying. Who is it? There's a bigger one back there, though. Honestly. We should shut this off. He's looking over here, isn't he? I'm gonna go ahead and shoot here in a couple seconds, okay? Yep, you're good. Okay. Uh-oh. Do I think you shot over top? I think so, too. Oh, sure I did. I didn't see all those other deer. He's right here. Biggest body deer. 3. Okay. Alright, he's broadside. Let's go for it. Okay. Okay. I'm ready when you are. Okay. Well, I think we got a shot off at a good buck. Sorry, I'm just kind of collecting myself. Pretty sure I completely whiffed the first shot. I was just excited, and I think I shot over him, or, you know, touch low or something. Anyway, reloaded the muzzleloader. They all just sat still. Then the other buck was presenting a really good shot. Took the shot, smoke everywhere, but as soon as I fired, it just seemed like he disappeared. So I don't know if I dropped him. We're gonna give it a few minutes, get ourselves collected, and probably go check for blood here soon. So hopefully we got a deer down.
Yeah. Did you hear us? Oh, shots. 2 of them. Is that what he heard? Yeah. So I shot twice. Yeah. I'm pretty fast at reloading. There's a chance he dove in and, you know. I can see his rack right there. Yep, we got that deer.
Yeah, I don't know what we heard.
In a brush pile. Holy cow. Well, we just got this guy drug up out of the bottom here. He literally landed in just a huge pile of brush, and kind of got talking with Kane and Zach. We filmed a hunt last year that we called the inside point buck, and we're kind of thinking it could be him. I may look back at that footage and just, you know, double check to make sure, but got a pretty good feeling, you know, just the frame and stuff matches up. He's got some neat characters, some real close G2 and G3 on that side. Super tickled with this buck. I think he is definitely at least a 4, if not 5-year-old deer, probably leaning more towards 5. It's kind of a wild hunt, and I couldn't be happier to wrap my muzzleloader tag around this guy. I got tomorrow night too. Definitely the highlight so far of the Illinois season, and what a great time to have Zach in town and Kane and his dad along to do the recovery, and kind of makes it fun and what it's all about, just having good times and getting out here. So, highlight of my season.
The following day, 280 miles to the southwest of Jeff, Owen Riegler is gearing up to re-enter the lineup after tagging 2 great bucks back in the bow season. With just under a week until Iowa's late muzzleloader season kicks in, Owen makes final preparations for his first hunt.
Well, unfortunately, I waited too long to shoot Dad's gun. I went and had a little work done on it at the gunsmith's. It's shooting too high enough to where I can't correct it, so. But in the meantime, I'm going to use Paige's gun. This is my daughter Paige's muzzleloader. She shot 3 or 4, maybe 5 bucks with it, so it'll have some sentimental value as well. So we're going to shoot this and see if we're dialed in at 100. Well, one shot, she was right in there. We were good to go. Now the strategy going into late season is I just want to find an undisturbed food source that's close to bedding and see if we can catch them coming back. You know, we've got some weather coming that's perfect for this. I mean, it's going to be frigid. You know, this is probably my favorite time of the hunt. When you get the weather, they're coming to food, so you know you're going to see some deer. It's really enjoyable, so looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get Dad's gun back in time to get out with it and get a buck with it.
While Owen creates his plans, Jeff Dietz is putting his into action. Following the prior evening success, Jeff heads back to the farm on the final day of Illinois' muzzleloader season, accompanied by great friend Kane Gillette.
Alright guys, it is December 11th and it's about 1 o'clock. Heading to Jeff's farm tonight. We're gonna go back in there. The recipe's there tonight. Hopefully we can put it together on our end. So we'll catch up with you guys soon. We'll be in the redneck here in no time. We just gonna do this again?
I fully accept all responsibility for being way too prepared and pumped up for this skunking that's gonna happen tonight. So if that happens, that's on me. Just text my wife, I'm out.
Welcome back to Midwest Whitetail. It is December 11th, the last night of the Illinois muzzleloader season. So Illinois is a little bit different. We have 3 gun seasons, 2 shotgun. You know, there's potential to get multiple tags, and Illinois being a 2-buck state, I actually have another tag, so I figured might as well come in here and get a sit. Pretty excited about this hunt tonight for a couple of reasons. One, I was in here Friday night and saw the deer that we call cougar. Just kind of didn't work out. He stayed off far enough and actually on a neighboring property till it was pretty much dark, and then just wasn't within range. Last night I ended up going to a different part of the farm that was better with the wind. Shot a real nice, pretty sure 5-year-old buck, and got pictures on the cutty link of cougar right here in that plot. Another thing got going for us today, the wind has switched around a little bit. It's been drizzly and just kind of crappy the last couple days, and now today it's switched out. It's coming out of the north a little bit more. It just feels cooler, and at least it's not, you know, misty or anything. So I have pretty high hopes for this hunt. Zach ended up going back to Iowa today, but Kane was like, you know, it's going to be a good hunt, I feel like. So he decided to hop in the blind with me tonight, and hopefully we got some excitement to bring you here pretty soon.
Sit back down. Let me get where you're at.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Hold on.
If you can kill him, I got him. dropped him, dude. Jeff, give me some. Jeff, doubled up, dude.
Give me some.
Jeff. He's right there, Jeff. Jeff. For $2 in 2 days. Jeff, congrats, bro.
Thanks, man.
Dude, that's a big buck. That's a mature deer. Oh, awesome, dude. I am shaking like I just killed this deer.
I can't stop either. It's not gonna be much of a track job on this one, so let's go get him. Holy cow. Unreal.
Well, I'm sitting here with my 2022 season in my lap tonight, but obviously it didn't start, tonight. It was kind of a challenging year for me. I started out with a really cool hit list, probably some of the best, and if not the best, group of bucks that I've had in a long time. Unfortunately, as the season kind of progressed, a couple of my main target bucks, a guy I call Francium and another one called Destiny's Child, through inventory, not getting pictures, knew that they were sort of working their way off the farm. And I've seen that before. It's you get a lot of competitive bucks, a lot of 5-6-year-old plus age class deer like these guys, and it just turned into a fight club, I think, and they started sort of dispersing and finding their own areas. With that said, it was kind of a limited amount of sits that I had this year, so I had to make the most when I got out. Had some pretty good encounters in November, but just never quite got a chance to get it done, right place at the right time. But, wasn't too worried because I know my farm sets up really good for later season hunting. Ended up, wrapping my tag around what I think is probably a 6.5-year-old buck and a 5.5-year-old buck, and super excited about that. Interested in just seeing kind of what happens now. I mean, I'm bucked out in Illinois, but with taking a couple of these mature deer off the farm, will some of those other guys come back? Who else is going to move in? And looking forward into next season, definitely have some great deer to be watching, some up and comers and even some mature deer that are still around. Super excited again, to be behind here and have this opportunity, and just looking forward to the rest of the season and seeing how everybody else does. And thanks again for watching Midwest Whitetail, and I'll be starting to plan my 2023 season tomorrow. Thanks again.
Back in Iowa, the afternoon of December 19th arrives, and Owen Riegler heads to the stand for his first outing of the late muzzleloader season in Iowa.
All right, here we are, December 19th, first day of late muzzleloader season here. Pretty excited about getting back to it. We got a beautiful setup here. There's a little ridge top right here that they all seem to converge right here. A lot of times they walk out into the field right here beside us, so southeast wind carries this way over this draw that really drops off steep. Hopefully anything back there, our sun will be going over top. This is that same stand I shot the picket fence buck out of. And we had 2 good encounters here last year, the bear cap buck that I passed, and then the buck we're after tonight, this nice 8, kind of a nice wraparound 8 with a couple little kickers on his right, so he's probably a scoreable 10, but at any rate, he's a nice buck. He'd be a sweet one to get. I've got the bow with me. They allow you to bow hunt during late muzzleloader season, so that's what we're doing. Still working on Dad's gun, so I hope to have it back out before season ends, but let's give her a shot, see what happens. I don't believe that deer's gonna make winter. He don't look good. Looks real thin. I don't know what the heck's wrong with him, but does not look good. Where's it different? Well, guys, we're down to about 10 minutes. Doesn't look like it was meant to be tonight. We'll give it a shot tomorrow and see what happens. It's supposed to be about the same weather, highs about 30 the next 2 days, and then Thursday, the high's like 6 degrees or something like that. So we got some really cold weather coming in. It's gonna get crazy windy, so that'll be fun hunting. Guarantee you'll see me in a blind, but it'll be fun. I'll see you guys then.
The following day, Owen decides to hunt a different part of the farm that he hasn't touched all season. Great action follows suit, but nothing steps out that Owen wants to punch his tag on. The next day, December 21st arrives, and with it is a great weather front barreling towards Iowa. With predicted wind chills in the negative 40s in the coming days, Owen heads to the field hoping to catch great movement ahead of this shockwave.
We are live. All right, well, it is December 21st, I believe, today. Which reminds me, I got some more Christmas stuff to do. I guess I should probably get to this interview soon. We left the house, it was 22 degrees. So it's still nice and chilly. We got a southeast wind, which is like coming up this draw, kind of into some of this CRP. So it's not bulletproof, but it's pretty good wind for this spot. We're after that kicker 10, which that's the buck that Devin was going to shoot with his bow this bow season, but the only day we saw him was the one day he didn't have his bow, and that was just right over there by that tree stand. Same thing for 2021 when I snore wheezed him up here on the edge of this field. He walked right down to that tree stand, so we're in a spot that he spent a fair amount of time last couple of years, so good chance we could see him. Obviously, we're hunting the corn. We're setting cut corn, and we've got standing beans over here beside us, which, obviously that doesn't help us. We can't shoot to that, but I know that 99% of you viewers are awesome, educated viewers that, you understand it's fun just to be out here watching deer over a food source, but, for the 1%ers that are like, oh, you're in a blind, you're hunting on a food source, well, it's just fun. I mean, it's just a good time, so I love to watch deer anymore. Don't have to kill one every day, but if I'm out here watching deer, I'm having a good time. That's what I love about late season. It's just a lot of fun. Let's give her a go.
That same evening, 100 miles to the northeast, Caleb Griner is making it out for his first hunt of the late muzzleloader season.
We are set up and ready to roll. We are down at the River Bottom Farm doing some late muzzleloader hunting. I was really looking forward to getting after it with the bow this year. But the weather's just going to be so severe the next few days, and the majority of my hunting is pretty much going to be done this week. I'm going to film Lee later on this season, and then I enjoy taking other people out on the last week of season as well. So where we are set up, I call this farm the River Bottom Farm. It's a familiar piece. A few years back, I took a buck out of here in late muzzleloader season with Collins, and these deer are doing exactly the same thing that they were doing that year. The CRP is mowed, and there's quite a bit of volunteer clover out here, which serves as a good green food source for late season. But these deer just pull up down here on this river bottom, and Rye and I came in here in August or September, and we threw up a whole cutting link system, and we were getting pictures of several really nice deer. The only time we were hunting this farm in particular was when we were doing some early muzzleloader season for Casey. The beast is still alive. He is still down here on this river bottom. There's going to be a big front moving through tomorrow, and today's pretty much the calmest day of the week. So hopes are high, anticipation's high. Hopefully one of these bucks steps out and gives us an opportunity.
Back in southern Iowa, the deer continue to move for Owen.
That might be our 8 that we're always seeing. I don't know. I think it is. This one eye looks messed up. Well, we're having a pretty good hunt so far. We're down to about an hour here. We're just looking for that kicker 10. Hopefully he'll pop out here, but I'm not too worried about it if he doesn't. I'm really excited to hunt. That we got some snow coming in tonight and tomorrow. When we get the snow with those kind of temps, they will feed like their life depends on it, because it just might. So it's a lot of fun. But we'll sit in here the last hour to see what happens. Thank you. Starting to get a little more exciting now. Popping out everywhere. Where's he at? The one to the right of those two, yeah. Closest to the corner. Yep. That's a good buck. Are you rolling on him? Yeah. There, he's gonna go right there. Close any angle toward me again. Yeah. You ready? Yep. Lost my binocs. Here comes a doe runner right at us. That'll be a short track job. I can't believe that just dropped him like that. Tipped him right over. Yeah. Target buck down. Yes. Whew. Well, the saga of the old kicker 10's not over yet. He reared up and tipped over right there. I set my gun down and, we're kind of talking. We look back out there and he's not in the field. So we gotta go see what the heck. I should have put it right in there, but interesting, he went somewhere. So we'll go take up the trail and see what we got. There's some blood, so now which direction does it go? That's the next thing. Going right this way. Well, like I was worried about with these muzzleloader shots, blood's getting pretty spotty here. We just took speck by speck the last probably 20 yards, and we made it to the trees here, so maybe it'll pick up when we get into these leaves. We can see it better. Right there, yeah. See it there? Oh, here he lays right here. I can't believe that he ran out of the field like that. Laying right here. Oh, wow. Just a huge body buck. Just a big old heavy deer, good mass. Just a dream season, guys. When you kill a deer, because it just doesn't seem like it happens often enough. I know this year it seems like everything's gone my way. Had the lucky rabbit's foot or whatever, but you just want to sit here and just admire them and just appreciate everything that you get gifted to you, That's really what this is. Get another day on this earth to sit out and watch deer and go hunting, and then you actually get to harvest a buck that you're really proud of, and just a beautiful buck.
What a season, you know. You know, this is one of the few bucks I can remember that I think I missed his age by a little ways, 2 or 3 years. I was looking back through some of my footage last night and I found some stuff I had of him from 2020. And I was looking at him there and he looked like he was probably 5 years old then in 2020. And, you know, we had an encounter with him again last year. I remember thinking then, I was unsure of his age, but I think he's at least 6 if he isn't 7. But interesting anyway. You always, if they're not on the radar, you know, sometimes you just miss them by a little bit. But beautiful buck. But I would say this is his best rack right here. Pretty cool to get them at their best and fully mature, great big bodied deer. But you know, the takeaway to this buck probably is that spot down there is it's one of those, it's right in the middle of the farm, CRP and, you know, timber all around it. And as the shotgun seasons get going, you get the pressure around the farm and that area just keeps getting better and better. And that's usually where you'll find your older bucks. You know, I've got to say before I let you guys go here that I appreciate all the viewers that leave positive comments. Well, I appreciate all you guys, but you know, you guys especially that leave positive comments, and I know I don't get a chance to always go back and respond to everybody, but I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate all the comments and, you know, the positive stuff that you guys said about, you know, losing my dad and stuff like that. So wanted to make sure you guys knew that I really appreciate that. We'll be back. Like I said, again, appreciate you joining us.
The following day, the Arctic storm is blasting through the Midwest. Despite this, Catherine Reed is gearing up to hunt the same redneck blind that her daughter Bella encountered hambone only a week before. Knowing that the deer will have an extreme need to feed, anticipation is high for the hunt ahead.
You ready to brave the cold?
I'm ready.
Shoot a big buck?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. What is Thursday, December 22nd? First full day of winter here. And we are in a full blizzard warning here in Iowa right now. Actually, most of the Midwest is getting hammered. My phone says it's minus 33 with the wind chill, so we're pretty happy to be in a redneck blind right now. We're in the bottom plot here at the home farm, so we're a little bit out of the wind compared to the other areas that they could feed. And so hopefully that helps drive them here. And same targets that we've been talking about for Bella, Big Mac, Anna's Buck, Hambone, and there's a couple other big mature ones. There's one that we've got 2 pictures of this year that Ryan and I have been talking about what deer it might be. And part of me wonders if it's not Tex from 2 years ago. Anyway, you excited?
Yeah, I kind of hope that drop time buck comes in.
Yeah, me too.
That sucker's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is. We've got, what, 2.5 hours or so to go? See if one of them shows up, see if we can get it pulled off on video. We'll have to open it. It's going to be challenging. Nice and slow, guy. You can put aside the tripod up just a little bit. Just put it right on the heart, okay? 20-yard pin. Just wait till he clears. Right in the armpit. Mike, I'm gonna lose it. You gotta lose it. Smoked him. Give me. He's right there. He's going down right there. Right there. Right there. Nice job, Jack. I love it. That is so awesome. Oh, man. Well, Hambone is down. We got to watch him go down. I do believe I know which deer it is. Last year we called it the spoon 8, spoon main beam 8. He had some real good mass. We actually got some pictures of him late in this plot, and we only had a few pictures of him here this year. I think it's a 6-year-old deer. I mean, I had him at 5 years old last year. And anyway, she just looked like she hard shot him, and he jumped the fence and stood there for a second and fell over. So pretty awesome.
Yes. It'll be an easy recovery.
Yeah. We're going to sit here for a second and just gather our thoughts and revel in the moment, and then get out and go recover him. Pretty awesome. Congratulations.
Pretty awesome.
Nice shot.
Pretty excited.
I think he curled around this way. Yeah, that could not have a better shot right there.
Awesome.
That is a cool deer.
What do you think of Hambone?
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I didn't get to shoot one last year, and I'm just so tickled that we were able to get out here and get this done despite it being a blizzard. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. All right, well, here he is, Hambone. Awesome mass on this deer, and he was laying right where we thought we saw him fall. Great mature buck. We're about 60 yards from the blind right now. Cat obviously made a great shot on him. We're super pumped and super frozen. It's, minus 30 degrees right now, so we're not gonna mess around out here. We're gonna get him loaded up and get out of here. But awesome way to kick off late season for the family. It's just one of our favorite times of year. And the girls are going to be super excited. The girls and the boys, kids, will be super excited when we get back home with this deer. They're already pumped. Cat shot them a text to let them know. And so Cat still has another tag. Bella has a couple tags. Bryn has a tag. So we still got some deer chasing to do over this Christmas break. We're super excited. Hopefully we can keep the train rolling. As always, we appreciate you guys watching.
It was kind of a wild hunt, and definitely the highlight so far of the Illinois season, and what a great time to have Zach in town and Kane and his dad along. Kind of makes it fun and what it's all about, just having good times and getting out here. So highlight of my season.
When you kill a deer, because it just doesn't seem like it happens often enough, you just want to sit here and just admire them and just appreciate everything that you get gifted to you, That's really what this is.
Awesome way to kick off late season for the family. It's just one of our favorite times of year. Cat still has another tag. Bella has a couple tags. Bryn has a tag. So we still got some deer chasing to do over this Christmas break. We're super excited. Hopefully we can keep the train rolling.
Family, friends, and the outdoors is one of our favorite mantras coined by the folks over at Realtree, and the past few weeks' action fits this to a T. Jeff Dietz, Zach Rosmus, and Kane Gillette showed just how fast a season can turn around, and when it's shared with great friends, it's just the cherry on top. Owen Riegler wasted no time completing his second trifecta in a row, rounding out one of his best hunting seasons ever, and Catherine Reed braved the Arctic blast, adding another chapter to the infamous Reed story during the Iowa gun seasons. With the end rapidly approaching, the reality begins to set in that soon we will all be waiting for the next opportunity to sit in the woods. Those without tags are already there, but some are still focused on the moment. For as long as the tag's date range says open, we will be out there, because when the final bell tolls and our journey is over, our only option will be dreaming of the time when we were, Chasing November. Tick by tick, the sun begins to inch closer to setting on our favorite month of the year, and now we start to see another change take hold in the whitetail woods. At this point, the number of does still in estrus continues to plummet, working in the favor of the bow hunter. Hoping to take advantage of this, Rye Ludwig continues to seek out redemption on the Arnold buck, but the hunt he's currently on may just be his favorite of the season. With time to finally make it to the woods, Rye and better half Abby hit the stand and the action doesn't disappoint.
He's nice.
Yeah, that's a big 3-year-old.
Caleb Greiner is also continuing to hunt on, having put in the last 3 weeks solely focused on the junkyard buck, only to never see the deer once. Now, Caleb's strategy is to patiently wait as the deer begin shifting their attention back to food, hoping this will be the equalizer to finally seeing the buck. In the meantime, Caleb's attention shifts to stand time with his girlfriend Casey Murray, who's bow hunted hard all season. Tagged out himself, Mike Reed continues to spend time in the woods adventuring with oldest daughter Bella Reed as she navigates the intricacies of bow hunting. Though no arrows are released, the memories made continue to stack up for the 2023 season. Focused on the same strategy that Caleb's eyeing, the evening in November 21st sees Zach Rosmus returning to Area 52, hoping to fill his first ever landowner's tag. Keying in on the imminent return to food with a cool front arriving, expectations are high.
It's November 21st, and Ty and I are back together, and we're back in the mobile command center. Actually, over this last weekend, I made the venture over to Illinois and spent some time with Jeff Dietz and got to see Kane Gillette, and I had a firearm tag for over there in Illinois, and it's pretty tough hunting. Regardless, good to spend time with buddies. But we are back down here at Area 52, was able to sneak out here after work. Like I said, we're in the mobile command center with a northwest wind tonight, so essentially it's blowing right in the front of the blind. I did decide to put the doe decoy back out tonight. I just think that if we come out of the corner like they did last time, I want something to draw their attention down here to the blind to give us a shot. And you know, the end of November can have some really good rut hunting. So there's still some time where these last 10 days or so before bow season shuts down here in Iowa, where there's definitely time to punch some tags and have some good encounters. So I think we're gonna see deer tonight. There's been a really good change in weather. It feels cold, actually feels like it could snow or rain, but I think it's gonna have the deer on their feet tonight. There's a buck down in the corner.
While Zach settles in overlooking the field in front of him, that same evening, 155 miles to the south, Tyler Bellman is also hunting. Donning the blaze orange with Missouri's rifle season presently open, Tyler is making another move on the buck he calls Swoosh.
It's the evening of November the 21st, and it's the last day of Missouri's rifle season here, so we're still wearing the orange. We're gonna try something a little bit different tonight. I brought my good luck charm Avery and the decoy. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I thought, you know what? I'm not gonna kill a deer over a decoy unless I try it, so we're gonna try it tonight. The reason that we're trying it is because of the wind direction and the location that we're hunting. There's been several mature deer coming out of this corner. It's where I had the encounter the Thursday before opening day of rifle season with Swoosh, and these bucks are probably up on their feet looking for the last available does, and hopefully we can strike a nerve and get one to come in here and posture this decoy. But northwest wind and everything feels really good. We got a cut cornfield out here in front of us with a little oats plot, and they have it mowed down. The cuttybacks have been showing them coming into here quite a bit, and hopefully the right one does it. I don't know, it feels good to be in a tree. Hopefully one of those bucks want to come in here and fight with this decoy. It should be pretty cool. It's that big 6-point. See those two big trees? He's smack dab in the middle of them. Yeah. I wonder if he can see that decoy, man. He's got to be close to being able to see it. What's he doing? He's still looking kind of where that doe ran. Well, guys, it's going on 4:30 now, and we had a mature deer come in. It's a big 6-pointer, and obviously it's not legal here in Missouri, but he did a rattling sequence, put our eyes on him, and then he walked away from us like he didn't want nothing to do with it. And then it was probably 10 minutes later, Avery looks up and he's like, there's a big buck. And it was Swoosh, a deer that we're in here after. We grunted, snort wheezed, rattled at him, got his attention. I don't know if he could see the decoy or not. He just didn't have any interest in it. He stood there and stared forever. He just lost interest and walked off. But, you know, it's good to see that he's still alive. He's not been on the cuttybacks for well over a week. And, we still have some daylight left. He knows that there was some commotion in here, and hopefully he comes in to investigate.
While Tyler and Avery watch for Swoosh to reappear, that same evening, Justin Lubrecht is also hunting. Only 800 yards to the north, Justin is set up overlooking the big plot, continuing his quest for the Velveeta buck.
Well, guys, it's November the 21st. Decided to give the bottoms a break. Actually, probably done hunting it for the year. I'm going to stick it out up here up top, and that's where I am tonight. As I hunted hard down there for a buck we call Velveeta. I just was never down there the days he was daylight down there. I did have one encounter with him the first morning that I decided to hunt down there. I hunted down there this past Saturday and Sunday, and of course, he daylighted in this particular plot. So moving forward here, this is where I'm going to stick it out, as these bucks and does are going to start coming to food as, you know, preparing for the cold weather. And we're into that tail end of the rut right now, so there's very few does available. Most of the bucks are coming off what does they were on, so these next 2 to 3 days can be really magical catching up with the mature buck. So we're going to get settled in here. I've had 2 encounters with this deer already this year. I'm just hoping maybe this 3rd time's a charm, and hopefully I get it done tonight. That's that deer that Tyler had that encounter with down on the bottoms. Definitely a mature buck. Well, guys, that's that deer that Tyler had that encounter with back, I believe, in late October. And then I seen him down in the bottoms there too, but I wasn't expecting to see him tonight. If he'd have presented me a shot, I was gonna take him. That deer's, well, I would say he's at least 7. He's with the doe. They're kind of mingling down in the brush here. Maybe they'll still step out here, but we still got about, I don't know, 30 to 40 minutes left of daylight, so fingers crossed he still makes an appearance out here.
Though no shot is taken, Justin's focus on the return to food yields a great encounter and sparks hope for the coming days. With time left on the clock, back in eastern Iowa, Zach Rosmus is also seeing great action.
Dark as tarsals are. That's definitely the deer, the brush pile buck. That's why I use a decoy right there, Ty. I mean, that was like perfect. Just gonna go check these does now, Annie. Well, the mobile command center proves to be another hot spot once again. We've had a really good hunt tonight. I mean, it just seems like we haven't had any lulls in activity whatsoever. We just had a really cool encounter with a buck that I don't even really have a name for. I called him the brush pile buck last year, but that doesn't really fit the food theme that I have down here in Area 52. And I would say he's
minimum of 5+. I mean, he looked mature last year. I mean, I think we had him at probably less than 10 yards, and that's exactly what we had that decoy set up for, is that essentially he came in from our west, worked his way in front of us where he's trying to get downwind and go behind that decoy, and it was perfect. I mean, it was exactly how we drew it up. That's one of those encounters right there where at the end of the season when you're sitting with a few tags in your pocket that you think back on that you probably should have seized it, but there are some really good deer down here that I'm still chasing with T-bone and pretzel, and the last week or so, Whopper has shown back up again, so I don't imagine we're going to make it all the way to legal shooting light tonight. It's getting dark really fast with it being so overcast, but it's a fun night, and I think this is Ty and I's last hunt before Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. If anyone's going to be out hunting safe, and enjoy the holiday season.
Zach, Tyler, and Justin weren't the only ones out enjoying great hunting on the evening of November 21st. Back in Kansas, Nolan Rediker, like clockwork, saw his top target, the Big 9, for the 5th time at a mere 40 yards. Unable to get a shot, the chase continues for the big frame buck. Also out that evening was Caleb Greiner. Continuing to choose to let the permission property rest where he's been hunting the junkyard buck, Caleb is now running solo on a nearby piece of public land. The hunt produces distant encounters with a great buck, giving him enough confidence to return the following morning. Set up in the most narrow part of the tree line that is overlooking a large opening, Caleb hopes to catch the deer returning to the bedding on their way back from the nearby ag fields. While Caleb waits on the first deer sighting, that same morning, 347 miles to the south in northern Arkansas, team member Adam Treese is also on stand. Overlooking a funnel that leads to a monster buck rut greens plot, excitement is high for the perfect conditions.
Good morning, guys. It's November 22nd, and I came back to this ladder stand that I hunted yesterday evening. You know, I saw just too good of movement and activity here to not come back this morning. This is one of the best weather conditioned mornings that you can ask for in November, really. It's about 28 degrees, pressure's really high, the sun's gonna come out, and obviously my thermals are rising really good. I had some does work through the plot just before it got light enough outside to see, and I keep hearing some stuff over here in the timber, so I'm gonna shut up and try and look over there and see if I can't spot something. guys. I don't know what buck that is. There was a big fight that went on just back from where he came from. I had some does under me and he comes running in. I think it might be that big one we've been seeing in the field from a really long ways away. But I mean, I thought I drilled him. I put it right where I wanted to. I stopped him, so I held it just a little bit low, took my time, and he pile drived right in this creek bottom, crossed, and he bedded down just 60 yards away right here. Come on. I just really pray that he expires right there.
Deciding to get down and go meet his dad before taking up the trail, Adam wraps up the epic morning hunt. Back in Iowa, Caleb Greiner is starting to see an increase in deer movement.
Well, that was a really good sit this morning. And I think I'm going to go home and hang out with Casey, hang out with family. Going to come back here tomorrow night, get back in here on Friday. I think decoys would be really good to use here in the next few days. If I wanted to hunt that deer that we saw over here, if I would have a decoy, they probably would have came in. But going forward, I'm probably going to be bouncing back and forth between that new permission stuff. But I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving, spend time with family. I'm getting down. I got a long walk back to the truck.
While Caleb gets down to head home, back in Arkansas, Adam Treese is taking up the trail.
We're not going to follow a blood trail or anything. Right here in this low grass somewhere. He's hard to see. I see his antlers sticking up though. Yeah, he's done. He's big.
Big deer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good deer.
Big deer.
All right, guys, here he is. My first Arkansas buck. I've said it before, but I've lived here for years now. Just always come down here and shoot my doe and chase the bucks up in Kansas. But this year I set out to, make this property a little bit better, give them some food here, and fill my first Arkansas buck tag. And to do it on a deer like this is unreal. Yesterday, last year, November 21st, was when I shot the Big Ten. So this week around Thanksgiving definitely is one of my favorite times to hunt. And this right here is why. We appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Back in the state of Iowa, Caleb Greiner is continuing his trek home for the Thanksgiving holiday. While in the area, Caleb makes the decision to stop and check some of the non-sell cuttybacks that he left on the Lucky Farm, where he last had confirmation that the Vendetta buck was still alive.
All right, I'm getting to this camera. The reason I chose to leave it here was gotten a couple pictures of him here already. I didn't even know it till midway through season this year. I had a photo of him on it last year, so about the same time of year, right at the beginning of December. So check this out. I've been hitting these vines super good. I hope he's on it. Check back at the truck. All right. See what we got. Noticed a lot of the bucks that have made it. Bunch of 1.5-year-olds. No way. Oh my gosh. What is that? That's the 18th. That deer's still probably alive. Oh my gosh. Good buck. Oh my gosh, Shay's not gonna believe this. Oh my, what a unit. Oh, 15th, okay, he was there that week, huh? Well, I think my plans just changed for the rest of the year. What do I got, like 8 days? Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, I got 8 days to make it happen. I gotta call the boys. That's a mega giant. Oh, that deer's bleeding from he got whooped. I gotta call the boys, this is crazy.
Reserving the 23rd for family and Thanksgiving, the morning of November 24th finds Caleb Greiner gearing up to take a shot on the Lucky Farm.
The hat. Gloves. Target. Right now, I was thinking, I'm like, what can I do to be productive? These deer, they're probably bedded down right now, or in their bedding areas. Probably what he's doing too. If not, then he's doed up. And I've been seeing a lot of mature bucks the last week, doed up in the middle of fields. So I'm gonna take this opportunity, this time, to go put a couple stands up on this farm real quick. There's a couple mega giant trees. I think we got high odds, you guys. I think 8 days is enough to kill this deer. If I know which mile section he's in trouble. Starburst cow. That'll work for breakfast.
Deciding to go on a drive, Caleb makes the loop around the Lucky Farm, the Beaver property, and the fence row.
I think after they get over that hill, I think we could literally haul mail straight down that fence line, creep up to the top.
I'd like to see them bed.
I would too.
They're gonna bed.
I mean, if he brings her back to the left, do we go and get in front of him? We have the wind for our advantage.
Well, it's about noon. I got out of the stand because I wanted to go hang that set, like I said. Put 2 stands up, and this deer's out in the fence line, one of the fence lines with about a dozen trees. No one would believe that this deer is in this little stuff, but he is bedded with a doe. And he's on a part of this draw that I think we can come in from the west with this easterly wind to where we can get 80 to 100 yards. So I've got the DSD, I was using it this morning,
And I think I'm gonna try using it today. We're gonna try getting into his little bubble. We're gonna put that decoy out there, hopefully without him seeing. And I think if we can get set up without him spooking or that doe seeing us, I think he is in trouble. So Rye was gracious enough to come over and help film. We got Casey in the back, she's gonna watch it unfold. Let's make it happen. This is what I've been waiting for all season long. I have not been in the game once this year, and I've not put my arrow on my bow once for real. And it's just all finally coming together, so we're gonna get after it. I am pumped. Let's make it happen.
Just trying to decide if we put the decoy out now while he can't see us out in the field. We get a setup where we try and get tighter.
Let's just go slow from now on.
We are within probably 100 yards of him right now. The last time we saw him from the truck, he was just over this next hill, about 20 yards with this doe. I'm trying to make my mind up whether or not I sneak over there with the decoy, get aggressive, or just put it up, wait him out, and hopefully he comes in. But the whole point of this, bringing this buck in, we got to get tight enough, we got to get in his bubble, otherwise he's not going to come towards us. He might just push that doe somewhere else. I don't have any experience. This is my first time doing this. You?
I'm 6'3", 280. What do you think?
Well, I don't know if he'll come in and if he sees his decoy 150 yards away. Okay. I don't think he will. He's that for sure over that next rise. Let's get up that cluster of trees. push up into to that tree. That way we can see over. He's done. He's done if we get there.
I smoked him! I smoked him! He's dead right there! He's dead right there! Let's go! Come on, baby! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Dude, dude, are you kidding me? Dude! Take over to the bed! Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh. Oh. It don't get any better than that! Oh! If that doesn't get you guys excited, I don't know what will. We crested up on top of this hill. I had a perfect little hole through the fence and I smoked him. He's dead right there. I've had a really, really hard season, and this is the best way you can cap it off, especially with a good friend. I mean, I'm speechless right now. I'm just kind of on cloud nine. I gotta call the boys, I gotta call everyone, but I am so happy. Thank you so much, Ryan, for coming and helping me, dude. This is probably my biggest typical today, maybe my biggest buck. I can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked. 3 deer out in the wide open in these little sections, all of them giants. Oh my gosh, and for it to just happen like this. He's huge. He's huge. We got him. Oh.
I'm so excited.
Well, it's about an hour after the shot. Emotions are still high, but Gavin came and joined us. I got my dad with me as well, Casey, Rye. I'm still on cloud nine, but we haven't put hands on him. Let's go check him out. I'm pretty excited. Everyone's here, and I'm just so pumped. So let's go check him out. I got to right here, right?
You can kind of see where my knee print is right there. That's where I was.
Right here. So I get to right here, and I'm on my knees, and I look, and I see him. You see that tree right there? That little tree? Yeah. He's right there. And I look back at Ryan, I'm like, 10 yards, 10 yards. And then this deer starts walking, looks straight at me through this crack, keeps walking. I draw back real quick, comes right there. And I shoot him through this opening. And look at the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Oh, boys! Oh, boys! Oh, my goodness. Look at that beam. Oh, my goodness. What is that? It just goes straight up. I've never seen anything like that. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at the mass on the tines.
Give me a hug.
Oh,
I'm proud of you. Nice job, bud. That's awesome.
golly.
Such a pretty light color, man.
Oh, I know. Isn't that
that's
beautiful?
Absolutely just.
That's a beautiful animal. Well, if you would have told me a week or two ago that I was going to be sitting behind this deer at the end of the season, I would have called you a liar. I came back from hunting those new permission farms 2 days ago, and I had one non-cell camera on the Lucky Farm, and what do you know it, this deer was daylight, multiple days. Called Shay, called everyone, just freaking out. I couldn't believe it. This is the third deer that showed up this year that was a high caliber whitetail, and I mean, look at the drone footage. This is a fence line with 12 trees on it. He was locked down with a doe, and we didn't know it initially, but we put the glass on him from the road. And you know what? I just still can't believe that it all came together. I'm kind of lost for words right now. I've got a great group of guys that have my back, Gavin and Ryer here. Appreciate, Casey, everything you've done for me. Dad, thanks for coming. But I'm pretty much lost for words right now, you guys. So this year, at the beginning of the year, I made it my goal. I wanted to kill one of these bucks, one of these 3 deer that I knew of out here on the ground. And I can't believe that it came together. So late season's right around the corner, and there's a lot of guys chasing great bucks this year, and I can't wait to see it all unfold.
Moving forward here, this is where I'm going to stick it out, as these bucks and does are going to start coming to food as, you know, preparing for the cold weather. And we're into that tail end of the rut right now, so there's very few does available. These next 2 to 3 days can be really magical.
My first Arkansas buck. I set out to, you know, make this property a little bit better and fill my first Arkansas buck tag, and to do it on a deer like this is unreal.
If that doesn't get you guys excited, I don't know what will. I had a perfect little hole through the fence and I smoked him. He's dead right there. I've had a really, really hard season, and this is the best way you can cap it off, especially with a good friend. I mean, I'm speechless right now.
If you'd have asked Caleb Greiner how he expected his 2023 hunting to go, chances are he would have told you that he expected it to be good. Not out of arrogance, but rather a belief that preparation and dedication are a surefire way to have a chance at success each and every season. As all of you have seen, the term roller coaster ride might just be one of the most fitting analogies to encompass the journey he has been on. Going from hunting 3 of the biggest bucks he's ever had a chance at to finding roughly 90% of his deer herd dead from EHD, it seemed that the season was all but lost. Unfazed, the November magic that followed for him and Midwest Whitetail intern Shay McTighe on the Earned Permission Farm was stuff out of a magazine, but reiterates exactly what I mean when using the words dedication to explain Caleb. A fitting end to the 1-in-a-million adventure, the ground hunt with Caleb and Rye Ludwig emulates exactly what makes being a part of a team so special. Quite possibly, the story of Vendetta may never be topped, and in the meantime, there's only one thing to do. Dream big and continue. Chasing November. Following the epic events of November 24th, only 7 days now remain until the Iowa gun seasons arrive. Awaking to a blanket of snow, the morning of November 26th sees the chase for the drop time buck continue. Well, good morning, November 26th, and it has been a few days since we've been last in the tree. And the reason for that is myself, Joy, got super sick over this last week and pretty much knocked us out. So Yesterday was probably the first day I felt better, and who would you know goes through the farm all day long but this drought time deer. Being as it is November 26th, one of the things I think we have going for us is that as these deer return to food, everything points to that cornfield that the last time we sat here for drought time that we saw get picked is where all these deer are congregating. And so I'm really banking on that this consistency that we're seeing from him is not so much him looking for the last available does as much as it is sucking into his early season range. But it's snowing. The landscape has definitely changed. Super excited to see what November 26th has in store. Drop time is in the area. See if we can finally get him down.
I mean, you could not ask for a more picturesque deer hunting morning. I was just telling Ty, it's very rare to get to hunt a snowy morning like this and still be in the rut action. I'll be over at the tail end of the rut. This is one of my favorite times of the year to hunt. All signs are pointing that we should be in the game today. Drop time, as I mentioned when we were in the truck, was all over this farm yesterday. It's creeping in that, man, we've had 3 or 4 different opportunities at them in this very spot. And, you know, we gotta stop being late to the party, but I'm hoping that he wasn't ranging through. My theory is that he's feeding in this corn at night to our north, and that, you know, all these does are sucking into this thermal cover, ideally with that food source nice and close. So I also did get a picture of that 6x5 that we haven't had a photo of, man, since early October. And we got the right conditions today. We just gotta hope the drop time's still in the area and then we get lucky. I mean, I take luck over being good any single day. And Ty and I are gonna enjoy it no matter what we see. All right, well, we're down to our last few minutes of camera light here. 5 o'clock, and these heavy clouds have really just darkened things up, but no drop time, and I am gonna tell myself that he is locked down with that doe. It would just make the most sense. I mean, if you look at the sequence of cutty back pictures, he comes through this gap, goes into the bed, pushes a doe and a fawn out, runs right behind him, ends up at the home plot, and then turns back. And I just gotta think that he's with her, and we just need to cross paths with him at some point here in the next 72 hours. So that, or we need to be here when he breaks off her, because this is where he likes to go, in between deer. So, beautiful day in the woods. I mean, the snow is gorgeous. We'll try to find that right balance to get out here, take some more shots, and if not, it's been an incredible season. We'll see you guys next time on the tree.
The following morning, 338 miles to the southwest in Kansas, Nolan Rediker is continuing a quest of his own. Hot on the heels of the Big 9, the morning comes and goes without another sighting. With hopes of a different story for the afternoon, Nolan walks his tracks back to the same stand.
Well, here we go, round number. Who knows how many at this point. Sitting the same pinch that I've been sitting over the past couple days. Haven't had a ton of action in here lately. Not yesterday, but the day before. He was in here 3 different times throughout the day, but I'm wondering if what's going on here is if there isn't a hot doe that's got a bunch of the bucks on her. Just haven't seen a ton of different bucks like I usually do when I'm sitting here, and I think that's kind of unusual. I think this is where a lot of the bucks bed, so hopefully that'll change tonight. I think the deer should really be on their feet. A lot of the snow is melting off today. It's about 38 degrees and a light west wind, which is perfect for this spot, so hopefully we'll get lucky and he'll either follow a doe through or come looking for one, or just go through naturally on his way to feed tonight. So hopefully we'll get lucky and he'll go by.
Enjoying a great start to the hunt, Nolan settles in watching for the flash of brown. Back in Iowa, I'm just now getting ready to hit the woods.
All right, well here it is, November 27th. Left you guys in the tree last night talking about how today was the day that I felt like that buck was locked down, the drop tine with this doe. Didn't have him on camera yesterday, but also didn't have the doe. Saw the fawn twice yesterday, and I made the comment in the tree that I felt like today was the day we were gonna kill him. Circumstantially, we just didn't hunt this morning, had other things come up, and again, we missed him. And that is the story with this drop tine deer. I mean, I'd like to say that I take some solace in knowing that, you know, we think we know what this deer's doing. We know that, you know, all year we've talked about we didn't have him on the farm. Here's a deer that lived here early season. We saw him one time, and the one thing we took away was that we had multiple doe groups. Well, all year, rather than, you know, throwing a fit and not having this deer to hunt, still left all the resources on this big bird farm because we wanted to learn the does. That's the most important thing you can do on a year one farm, especially when you don't have food, especially when this buck doesn't call your farm home. And, you know, as we started hunting him again, and he's using the farm more, I kept talking about how none of these does have been locked down. I have not seen one time the rut craze that I would expect. And with the drop tine showing back up the way that he has in those last 5-6 days, you know, it was one of two things. He's either moving back into his late season range, or he knows, being a mature buck that we think he is, that these does just go into estrus a little later. Well, you know, 2 days ago, here we get on Sunday, we got photos of him cruising through. He pushes that doe and fawn out of her bedding area that she's been using all year. That cuddyback has given us that information. And, you know, we called the shot last night, and sure enough, this morning, what happens? Doe walks by, drop tine's right behind her in that stand that me and Ty sat all day yesterday. And, you know, part of killing big bucks is just being detailed oriented, and I have not been that this year. And there's nobody else to blame except myself. We're gonna go in there right now. Where these deer went into, I think she was taking him back into her bedroom, and there's a gap across a fence that, you know, frankly, she's came out of it before. I think they're gonna be somewhere in that little bedding area. You know, we got snow on the ground, and what I know and what I've taken away from all the information is that no matter what happens between now and last light, these deer always seem to go to the west. That is the way they exit, whether it's him cruising that lane, and her, she always goes up towards that pond. So that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna try and find a spot tucked on the ground, and you know, we're gonna push our wind. We might screw it up, but she is hot and he is killable. So that is the plan. That is the update. I'm frustrated with myself, but you know, that's deer hunting, and you know, we got a few days left. Shotgun season arrives the 2nd of December, and we're gonna see what we can get done.
while I tuck in, banking on a stroke of luck that the lockdown doe will lead drop time through the fence crossing. Back on stand in Kansas, Nolan's deer action continues.
I was like, I just gotta get back. And I smoked him. I saw him go down. What a chase for that deer. Oh my goodness. I think that's my 7th encounter. What a season. Again, this might be better than the Deuce chase last year. Been so close so many times. Oh man. Oh, I'm shaking so bad.
Yeah?
Heck yeah.
Nolan Reddick. This is my buddy Nolan Reddick from Kansas. And he's been hunting his tail off. And he got it done tonight.
Oh my gosh, dude. 7th encounter.
He's been hunting a really big.
Well, if you want to wait for us to drive 17 hours, we'll come help you. Dude, I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you.
Dude, let's go!
Well, I got my helpers with me, and he was standing about right here. The stand's right there, and the arrow's right down here. So went back and watched the footage, and I'm pretty sure we could see him go down. So we're gonna get on the blood from where he went down. I'm not entirely sure where that's at, but hopefully we can follow blood in this snow, which hopefully is pretty easy, and go right to him. I think he's right there. Oh, what a deer. Oh my gosh. He's bigger than I thought he was. Well guys, thanks for following along through the hunt for this buck. Man, what a season it's been. So many encounters, just a really, really fun season chasing this big old 9-point on 10 acres. But that was really exciting. Really a big part to my season was landing that 10-acre piece early in October. Little did I know I'd be spending most of my season there hunting after this buck, but
I think that was part of what I had so much fun doing this year, was hunting a new piece, learning a new piece. This buck taught me a lot about not trying to make knee-jerk decisions and move based on seeing a buck do something one time, and really just staying focused and hunting on where the majority of your deer are walking, you know. But just really fun past 2 years of bow hunting, you know. I've really targeted one deer both years, and I've been able to put that one deer down. That's something I haven't been able to do in the past. I'm learning, you know, if you really stay after it and really try to learn what a buck's pattern is, you never know, it might just pay off in a big way like it did for me last night. But awesome season. The team's had an awesome year. All the guys have been putting down really good deer, and man, what a season it's been for the Midwest Whitetail team. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the story.
With the final bell toll looming on the morning of November 28th, I'm heading in for another snow-filled hunt.
Well, what a beautiful morning here. I mean, sun's just popping up over this horizon. November 28th morning, and a beautiful sunrise to kick off the day. It is obviously very crisp out, 8 degrees, and thermals are already going to work for us. I feel very good about that. We are set up in this same hawk double stand set that we've been hunting. And if this drop tine is still locked out on the doe like we think, either this is where she'll go hopefully at some point today, or if he breaks off of her, and we should be approaching the 72-hour mark if they didn't break it overnight. So very excited to see what this day has. We're prepared to sit all day if the camera batteries will last us, but hopefully we don't have to do that. It is down to the wire. December 2nd, shotgun season arrives. And the landowner here actually late muzzleloader hunts, so hopefully we can just get it done. I can't say how thankful I am, you know, to him for all the opportunities this fall so far, getting to hunt this beautiful piece of ground and to chase a buck of a lifetime like this drop tine. I mean, it's been nothing but excitement. Good luck to everybody on the team hunting today. I think Gavin is out. Last I talked to him, he was planning to head to the public. And that buck that he made contact with earlier in October was actually on camera yesterday. So good to see that deer still alive and healthy. Let's see what happens. Well, 9:15 here, and so far all we've seen is that Forky. Gotta give it to that guy. He is a persistent one out looking for a doe. But outside of that, been very, very, very slow. And that's to be expected. You know, it's got pretty decent humidity, good frost, and you know, I expect this midday movement to be a lot better. The other thing we got going for us is this wind switch is occurring. Had some consistent north winds. This is our first south after a bunch of norths, and I'm hoping that just gets things stirred up. So I'm gonna stay vigilant and just keep hoping for this opportunity.
As the morning turns to afternoon, myself and Alex continue the all-day sit. While we wait, 71 miles to the east, Gavin Katurba and Dragos Cruzy are heading into the same piece of Iowa public land they've grinded on all season long.
is November 28th. Back out on the public in this stand that we've been hunting a lot now. This is this duck pond stand that we call it. We've got some snow on the ground. As you can see, it snowed, I think, 2 days ago. And it's been really cold the past couple days. It's really had these deer on their feet. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get out just with having to do work, but last night I got pictures of that 6x5 coming into this bedding area with a couple does. And so I'm guessing that there might be a hot doe in here. Lots of bucks moving around. Something's got them all stirred up, so that's what you'd think it is. It's a beautiful day. Pressure is falling, but it's still in the 30.2 range, something like that. South wind blowing straight back the way we came. It's a great spot. It's a great day. We can see a ton, especially with the snow. Noticing a lot of movement going out of this bedding area towards ag fields at night, so we're hoping to key in on that. And also, like I said, if this hot doe wants to come by, there's a deer right there, actually. Anyway, we're gonna get quiet here. We got a little buck on his feet already, about 50 yards away, so hopefully the action continues. It's a 6x5. What? It's a 6x5. He's walking to the right. Yep.
I didn't really see a change in his body language at all.
Okay. Oh, he turned this way. Here he comes.
He's covered. I'm good.
Stay on. Dude, I thought I got him decent, but...
Doesn't look like he's carrying the arrow. I lost him.
Well, I don't even know what to say. That was wild.
6x5.
6x5, man. I don't know what to think about that, man. The left and right looked good. It's just a touch low, I think. I don't know. It still is a 2-inch cutting diameter, so I don't know. I'm just so shook up right now. I can't even think these deer are just still feeding right here behind us. But we're gonna have to look back at that and make a decision. The 6x5, dude. Oh my gosh, dude.
I'm trying to hold the camera still. Look, it's shaking down.
Man, Travis and I are shook up bad. We're gonna have to look back at this footage and see, but I don't know. I'll keep you posted. And then his head goes behind the trees like Travis. I think I might try to smoke these out just see what happens. And just let out with my mouth, just like kind of soft. And he puffs up Kenz's ears, dude. He barks.
You don't know what we saw all day?
What?
A fork.
Forky. Your boy.
Dude, he's out grinding like you've been all year. Well, hey, I'll tell you what, we're gonna get the heck down and we're heading east.
We'll be able to find blood, that's for sure.
To any of you who love Midwest Whitetail ever since 2008, and you can think back on all the people who have played a amazing role in its continuation and, you know, growing the show and the editing, and, you know, there's so many names that probably come to mind for you. I really hope that Gavin Katerpa comes to your guys' mind. Oh my gosh. Dude, I am shaking. Like I just killed. Question is how much penetration is there? Half the arrow? So the white right here we're looking at
that little
is going to be
that little dash.
This dash. I mean, we could treat it the same way we did.
Just go see
If we find blood, follow it. If we don't, I tell you this, I feel a lot better about it.
Yeah.
I
Well, it's
mean,
nice that you can actually see it.
the penetration is the part that's like, doesn't matter how you skin that, that's in the cavity.
Right.
And where you're at, it's not too low.
Yeah. Well, we made it up here to the site of impact. Stands right here. I believe he was standing right here, bounded that way. And the last we saw him was about, I don't know, 100 yards or so away. So I was able to watch him a good ways. So we have a general idea. Gonna just kind of follow, take it slow, see if we can find some blood here. Here we go, I got blood. Yeah. Yes, sir.
We're a step ahead.
Yes, sir.
Well, we just got a few specks of blood. I mean, with the arrow being lodged in him still, you don't expect a ton of blood. It would have been nice to have a pass through, you just have a carpet, but this is definitely the way he went, so.
I expect it to open up.
Yeah,
as we
yeah, right. But should find a spot where he stopped up there and go try to find it. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Sprays right there. He would have stopped somewhere in here. Somewhere around here.
I think that's where he stopped. You think that's a bed? Are you looking at?
It's a fresh bed. It's still going?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. We just back out until broad daylight.
Well, we tracked, I want to say 150, 200 yards, something like that. Found good blood at first when he was running, and it slowly just kind of trickled to a stop at that point. So it's always an adventure out here on this public, that's for sure. So we're going to give it till the morning, kind of talk to some people and see what everybody else says, and potentially get a dog if it comes to that. But of course there's no exit hole for him to bleed out of, and yeah, certainly not your ideal situation, but it's certainly going to be a sleepless night, that's for sure.
The following morning, myself, Gavin, Dragos, Ty, and Alex all hit the woods to take up the trail starting at Last Blood.
Well, it's 9:06. We're back out basically where the last bit of blood was. And again, I mean, the arrow is still in him. Last night, as far as we could tell, we haven't found it up to this point. And so easily could just be clogging everything up in there, and that's why we're not finding so much blood. But we're back basically where our last pin on Onyx was for the last blood. So we're just gonna look around. He's definitely heading in this direction, it seems like. See if we can't pick back up on him. I think I have blood, Josh.
There you go.
Yeah, I got it here. Man, he's just going in a circle. Dude, literally, this is where we just walked in. Yeah. Well, this is getting pretty interesting. We were basically right where we walked into the spot at.
A couple of things at this point. 2 beds.
Yeah.
And the blood has started to pick. It's not anything you'd want to see.
Right,
There's
but
no
it's
doubt about that,
consistent.
but it's consistent. And the strangest part is it's on his left side.
Yeah, which would be the offside.
Offside. We're not finding blood on the right side with the arrow. So hopefully that arrow's popped through and that's what we're getting. What are we at now? Technically probably 300 yards on the track.
As far as, yeah. Yeah, yep, right there. Right here, this one.
Check it out.
Yeah. Right here. We got it. Yep. Let's go. Yeah, there's a decent little bit here. Yeah.
Dude! Yes! Dude! You found him, buddy! Dude. You got him!
Put your bow down. Give me a freaking hug.
Good job, man. Good job, buddy. Got him!
Congratulations.
Oh, survived. Oh my gosh.
Come on, give me some sugar, Gab. You can just sit here and leave me hanging.
Let's go, buddy.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Hold on. Somebody needs to get a call right now.
Yeah, Mr. Rye.
Mr. Rye.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? Really? Are you kidding me?
It was nuts.
I can't even believe it.
Pin drop blood.
Don't put your hands on that thing.
I'm shaking bad, dude.
That's okay.
Guys, thank you so much. Seriously.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. What a hammer, man.
Can you even believe it?
Yes. How much you try, this is it.
It's unbelievable, man.
Dream. Big.
That is the dream right there.
Public land stud.
Man, what could be a better way to cap off this season? This is just an incredible buck. My biggest buck ever, first bow buck in Iowa. It still feels pretty surreal, so gonna soak this one up for a while for sure. And you know, at the end of the day, I can't thank the team enough that we have around us. It's a blessing to be a part of such an incredible brotherhood, an incredible team here at Midwest Whitetail. Man, I just can't thank everybody enough, from Josh, Rye, Caleb, Owen and Mike, all of the interns and the entire Midwest Whitetail team. I mean, again, just such an incredible brotherhood that we get to be a part of. We obviously got a crack at him in mid-October, and about 12 to 14 days later, I think, something like that, he actually showed back up on camera. He was in daylight, of course, and he looked just fine. He was hitting the scrapes immediately, so I'm thinking I must have nicked just the underside of his belly, because we couldn't find any sort of wound or anything on him that indicated where I might have hit him the first time. So pretty crazy story from that perspective, just being able to get a second chance at the same deer on a piece of public land that's pretty dang big. The story behind this one is just truly incredible. And again, just wanted to say a big thank you to all of you viewers. We couldn't do what we do without you, and it just makes all of this so much more special to have such great support from all of the viewers. So big thanks to you, and hopefully we can get back after another one here soon.
Just really fun past 2 years of bow hunting. You know, I've really targeted one deer both years, and I've been able to put that one deer down. That's something I haven't been able to do in the past. I'm learning, you know, if you really stay after it, it might just pay off in a big way like it did for me last night.
Man, what could be a better way to cap off this season? I can't thank the team enough that we have around us. It's a blessing to be a part of such an incredible brotherhood, an incredible team here at Midwest Whitetail. The story behind this one is just truly incredible.
It is down to the wire. December 2nd, shotgun season arrives, and the landowner here actually late muzzleloader hunts, so hopefully we can just get it done. I can't say how thankful I am, to him for all the opportunities this fall so far.
For the past 2 months, the season we've been fortunate to experience day in and day out will go down as one of our best ever. Down to the very last moments, both Nolan and Gavin's epic finales put on display yet again why bow hunters all across the country hit the woods annually, hoping for just a single chance. Although the month is now over and its memories a part of the chapters already written, this story is far from over. Soon, the frigid snows will continue to fall, and in exchange for the rut craze, put on display in the whitetail woods is a new spectacle. While not identical, every hunt ahead is a chance to match the thrill we had when we were chasing November.